Hi there. What a beautiful day it is today, isn't it? It's like spring. It's the start. I'm recording this at the very start of February. It's like a warm spring day. It's ridiculous. Anyway, what I wanted to talk to you about today was arousal in dogs. It's really, really common these days for pet dog trainers in particular to tell dog owners to keep their dogs calm. Almost all of the time they mustn't. It seems as though in the pet dog training community at least, getting excited and aroused and full of adrenaline has become a bit of a bad thing. And I'm very, very risk averse in life, and I've always been like that. If you've read my book, you'll know that when I was 3, I wouldn't even step down off a curb. I'd always sit to climb down. I've never had that carefree childhood thing where no danger is feared that most of my friends seem to have had. I've always been extremely risk averse. But I grew up with people who weren't. A lot of my friends and family growing up, and now as well, are rock climbers, ski off the piste, so we'll go off the general runs that are looked after and go take themselves off into the wilds on their skis, which can be dangerous. The risk of avalanche in Scotland and in other places of the world can make that a dangerous activity. And they know that. My climbing friends and my skiing friends, they all know the dangers, and they still choose to do it. Look at the people that climb Mount Everest. A lot of folk die going up there, but people do it. It's like people literally spend their life savings and all of their time and energy on climbing Everest. My partner's into playing shinty. He doesn't play so much now that he's in his 50s. But when he was young, he used to play every Saturday. And it's so dangerous, I'll tell you how dangerous it is, that for many, many years, one of my oldest friends and I thought that they always had their nights out after their games in Glasgow in a pub that was directly across the road from the casualty department at the Western Infirmary. And we always thought they did that because every time at least one of them had to go to casualty. It turns out though that we weren't quite right about that. They did that because the pub gave them free food after the game. But anyway, our story's better. But some dogs, I think, are like my friends who like to do dangerous activities. And they really like the adrenaline, and I would go further and say they need it. Terrier types in particular, and some of the herding breeds as well, and some just random individuals that you wouldn't expect it of. For some dogs, I think it's a real need, and I firmly believe that for those dogs, trying to keep them calm all the time is like trying to keep them in a box. So perhaps a balance is needed between calmness and excitement, but for the dogs that need it, I really, really believe they need it. I believe that they are like my friends, and they would literally risk their life to do the thing that they love the most, that gives them that feeling of being alive. I don't get it at all myself, but I'm a typical pet dog trainer. I'm a middle-aged, middle-class woman, and I think that we get more anxious as we age, and I'm convinced that that's where a lot of the worry about aroused dogs comes in. Either that, or we're people who work a lot with dogs where the arousal is a real problem. And of course in some dogs it is, absolutely. If your dog's going to leap up, grab you by the arm and drag you to the ground, if you let them chase a tennis ball one time too many, then that is a problem. But those dogs are unusual. Most dogs are never going to do that. They might get excited, and they might do things you'd rather they didn't do, like run up massive banks and terrify you. But most of the time it's not going to be a massive problem, and I think that for those dogs, we bring them more problems by trying to keep them calm than we would if we just let them be excited sometimes. I took a little bit of video of Roxy demonstrating exactly what she does if I try to let her rest and chill out on a walk. She's a terrier breed. They don't she doesn't like want to do that when we're out. She wants to be active and doing things. So I'll tack it on at the end just so you can see what Roxy typically does if we stop and I let her relax. Anyway, just a few thoughts on the subject of arousal. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.